Life, a miracle in the universe, appeared around 4 billion years ago. And we humans, only 200,000 years ago. Yet we have succeeded in disrupting the balance that is so essential to life.
Now, it's time to have conservation of natural resources.
Natural resources occur naturally within environments that exist relatively undisturbed by humanity in a natural form. Some of them are essential for our survival, while most are used for satisfying our wants. Natural resources may exist as a separate entity, such as fresh water and air, as well as a living organism such as fish, or it may exist in an alternate form which must be processed to obtain the resource. So, these are our natural resources: plants, animals, land, air, water, sunlight, fossil fuels, and metal. But the question is, are they important?
Yes!
Natural resources are very important because they provide humans with food, shelter, and means of transportation. In short, these are important for these are used for all living organisms to survive. Then, if these are important, what should we do?
Reduce, reuse, recycle, conservation.
Yes, that's right. We need to have conservation. Okay. Conservation comes from the Latin word conservare, which means the intelligent use of the environment, and to provide a high quality of living among mankind. It is also the preservation and the wise use of a thing without being reckless. So there will be avoidance of waste, and it also points out of the replacing of resources as it is being used. We need to conserve natural resources to ensure the survival of human race, to make the resources available for present and future generations, to preserve different kinds of species, to maintain ecological balance for supporting life. Now that we already know what is natural resources and conservation, let us learn what are the different ways to conserve our natural resources.
The natural process of plants and trees protect our planet and supply the air we breathe and the water we drink. To conserve these resources, we must first encourage conservation of native plant habitats in your local community. Volunteer in parks, national forests, and other public lands to help protect native lands and their habitats. Number 2, never collect native plants from the wild. They might be rare or endangered species.
Animals affect everyone's life, whether you're an animal lover, animal hater, animal eater, or animal saver, and their presence is important. Importance ranges from companionship to food source, and it varies by person. Conserve these resources. First, we must create public awareness. The general public may not be aware that a species is endangered until it's too late. Second, we must limit hunting for sport and profit. They are hunting wild animals for sport and for a source of exotic food. Air is important as it provides oxygen and other gases that are essential for the survival of human beings and plants. It also produces wind energy as a source to power sailing ships and windmills for grinding grains. To conserve air, we must first avoid deforestation and implement reforestation. By that, we can preserve clean air. Second is to avoid air pollution. Air pollution can cause a number of health problems. Cause of these are emission of smoke from factories, vehicles, and power plants. Land resources plays an important role in our economy. We are capable of having our own food by growing it on land. There are ways how to conserve our land resources. First, avoid pollution. Land pollution can harm the living things because it holds liquid and solid waste such as rubbish, garbage, paper, glass, and plastic objects. Second, plant trees. By this, Do not sweep away the soil of land because the roots of trees hold the land tightly. Water is one of the most important substances on Earth. All plants and animals must have water to enable to survive. If there was no water on Earth, there would be no life. To conserve these resources, we must, first, don't contaminate water or avoid water pollution. Second, use less water by turning the faucet off when not needed. Sunlight provides energy to most organisms. It heats the earth, creating a sustainable atmosphere and allows plants to undergo photosynthesis. It also produces solar energy we use nowadays. To conserve the sunlight, we have to use other alternatives instead of electricity whenever you can. Use of sunlight, we should dry our clothes outside in the sun instead of dryers. Fossil fuels are important because they present the largest source of energy the world has. Fossil fuels are so called because they formed from the remains of animals that have decomposed over millions of years. To conserve fossil fuels, first, we must ride a bike. Instead of driving a car or taking a bus, try cycling or walking to your destination. This is better for the environment and better for you. Try not to use too much plastic. In fact, most of the bags used today are made of oil.